Welcome everybody. It's a Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock in the day. Nothing better to do, but let's do some farming. Today we are starting episode 7, which will be, we are going on to our 7th month on Elm Creek. Last night I went in and took care of some work. I'll go over all that with you when we get into the game. I just want to say thank you for my couple new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing, and make sure you guys hit that bell so you'll know when I'm streaming or I post some content or anything else like that. And I just want to say I really thank you guys all for subscribing and coming in and watching today. So without further ado, let's get a cup of coffee and let's get to farming. So we're going to jump over here to the main screen. You're going to see I haven't loaded the game up yet. I wanted to kind of show you. At the end of the day yesterday, we ended up at $202,000, which not a bad start for your first year. So let's go ahead and we will load up that game real quick. As you see, I don't have any of my mods other than some basic mods. I don't know why I have guidance steering on, but I do. Just your basic mods, you know, your lizard subsoiler and some reduced maintenance costs, stuff like that to kind of help out the game a little bit. So, without further ado, let's get in here. We'll hit start. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I got some good news today. Might be starting a new venture in my life, let's just say that. So, we'll see how that pans out. Looks like we can go ahead and hit start. And here we are. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. And the sun has kind of come up. It's a February morning. Couldn't ask for a much better view. Standing here holding my cup of coffee, drinking it away, looking around the farm. Got some birds here. So, we'll do like we normally do. We'll check in on our morning chores list, which our morning chore list consists of our greenhouses, our bees, and our chickens. And then we'll go in and we'll check in on our crops and our field states. That's, in my eyes, that's kind of an important thing you want to do every day. Just get into a daily routine. So it kind of looks like here we got 3 pallets of lettuce, so that makes 6 pallets less. So we can haul some lettuce off and sell it today if we need to. Looks like we got another pallet of honey here ready to go. So we'll go ahead and pick that up and move that out of the way and maybe see if something else pops up. So we got 2 pallets of honey, and the way it's kind of looking is every other month we have 6 pallets of lettuce and 2 pallets of honey that we can sell. We'll come over here to chickens, see if the chickens have produced anymore. They're kind of slow right now. Well, it looks like they produced quite a bit overnight. We got another 2 stacks in there. So maybe, I'm going to say 2 stacks of eggs a day, or a month. So that's not too bad. It's not going to make us millions by any means, but let's hop into the menu here. First thing we want to go check out is we're going to check out our livestock. Make sure everything's in the green. Which it looks like our food's doing good. We got 526 eggs. The reason why you don't want to go off and sell them right now, because if you come over here and you look at your menu, your eggs is going down right now, but this is for every 1,000 liters. And right now we only have 500 and something. So we want to make sure that we get over 1,000 so we can get that big payday. So we'll go back down here. I'm gonna probably go ahead and top off the food this morning. That way we keep them up and happy. It looks like our chickens, if we wanted to sell them, they're at $25 a piece, where we only paid $15 for them, I think is what it was. So they're they're aging pretty good. And they ain't gonna reproduce. Well, they should be reproducing. It says 50%, but we don't have no room for them. So, and the next thing we go to is our production screen. Our water level looks like it's still doing pretty good. We might go ahead and haul a tank to each greenhouse of water. And we're not doing too bad with lettuce. We got 73 liters there. What we got over on this one? We got 63 on this one. So looks like our lettuce production is up and going pretty good. So we'll check out our money. We're starting the day off $1 in the hole, which that's not very bad at all. So now what we need to look at is we need to look at our field conditions. We know field 52, nothing has been done with it yet. So we're just going to leave it at that. 45 and 46, 47 and 48 are all grass fields. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with 47 and 48 today. I'm going to go ahead and click the grass on, which they're in dark green. So let's see if we got anything that's ready to be harvested. Shut all that stuff off so it just highlights the growing and the ready to harvest stuff. 45 and 46 is dark green, so they're not going to be ready to harvest today, so it'll be ready to harvest tomorrow or next month. So doesn't look like we have any field work that we need to do ourselves. Field 52, we can always plow it, pick the rocks, and get it ready to go. But I want to look at our planting schedule here, our calendar. So right now we're in February. The only thing that's able to plant would be cotton, and we're too low level to start even doing any cotton work right now. And just to let you know, the cotton harvesters are expensive. They're, the Case one's $500 and the John Deere's $850,000. So yeah, it's not, when you're first starting off, it's not, where we want to be. So, but it does look like we can start planting things in March. So we can plant some oats, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, grapes, olives, poplar, grass. So March and April we could start planting some more things if we wanted to. So that one little field there, and our the series is going to end in August here. So to get another harvest out of that one field, it looks like oats. So we're going to need to put oats in there. So we'll probably go over and go ahead and work that field and get it ready to go. So tomorrow when we come in the stream, we'll go ahead and plant it. And that's all we have left to do. So, doesn't look like there's much other fields out there ready to go yet. So, which, like I said, in the course of this series, your winter months, there's not a lot to do. And this will be the last of the winter months, as I like to consider the winter months, because there's not very much to do. So the next thing we can look at is we can look at contracts here, which there's a lot of cultivating contracts here. I got a plowing contract for 14 grand, which we might look at that. And then we got one field that they want to go ahead and plant, so I'm going to say they want to plant cotton in that one. Let's see what this field 10, how big it is. So field 10 would be right there. Well, that's not very big. We can make a little bit of cash off of doing that if we wanted to. So we'll save till the end of the day to sell off things and see if we can get another pallet of each one of the items, and we'll haul water at the end of the stream. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to get some money rolling in here, and that field 10 is a big contract, and we don't have to lease anything. I do want to go over and show you what we did, so we'll go grab the truck. Um, we are going to have some silage bales to sell today, which I wanted every 3 days, or every day, or every month, we need to have silage bales to sell. Kind of worked out pretty decent. We got a little bit more than I thought we would get, just to show you here. Got the silage wagon over here with our silage bales on it, so it's all loaded up. I think we got what, 1, 2, 3, so there's 9, 10, 11 bales out of that little area over here. And I did all that off stream last night, so we'll drive over here, look at the area that we mowed and baled. You'll see some scrap still left here on the ground, but I mowed all this. I cleared out some trees so I can get some more area in to mow, and we got this little area right here all decked out and ready to go for mowing when we need some extra cash. Now we do, if we want to, we can come over here to our other field area. See, I only took it to that sign right there. We can take and mow this little area here to clean up around our fields. Maybe get a couple bales out of it all. Crash counter +1. We'll come down over here, and we can mow across the water creek. I want to show you what we did behind the greenhouses last night. I went ahead and leveled all this out and planted some grass and got it looking pretty decent. So that's all fixed. I got the chicken area all fixed up so we can just pull in there and get our stuff. And I made a road so we can go haul in between the fields here. Let's go through the creek, and you can kind of come up through here. And I put this road in last night so we can go grab our water when we want. So with that being said, we got the biggest things that we got to get done today is we have to get that field over there plowed and rock picked, and then we can probably go in and do some contract work, and around 2-3 o'clock game time, them silage bales will be ready to go. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go grab a little deer, we'll grab big deer for this, to plow. We'll park the truck back in the garage here. Whoop, I need to fix that area too. Whoop, almost took out my table saw. Whoop. This thing's kind of frisky. So, I don't need the chainsaw. We'll grab big deer. I'm getting kind of dirty. And we'll go hook up to the plow, and we'll go plow that field real quick. What I'm going to do so we don't lose, I'm going to go ahead and take that contract. So now we got that contract, and we'll probably go ahead and lease a field cultivator, maybe do a couple fields, bring in some money, maybe get an extra $20,000 coming in or something like that. That would be nice today, because I'm not sure how much we'll get out of those silage bales and our merch that we have to sell, such as lettuce and honey. Maybe by the end of the day we'll have a little bit more. So I'm just going to put the mower over here in this other bay. And we're going to back out of here. And we'll hook up to the plow. And I know you guys are what you're going to say. Hey, that's backwards. Well, I kind of like doing it that way. I know it's not realistic and everything else like that, but kind of makes it a little easier to use. well, not so much easier to use, but it's I don't have to have as much horsepower to push it, so it helps keep down on the wear on my tractor. So we'll come over here to, I think it's field 52. So we'll come over 52. We'll go ahead and plow it. We'll rock pick it today, and possibly go ahead and put lime down on top of it. That way tomorrow, tomorrow when we come in here to stream, all we have to do is just go over and plant it, and we should be done plant it and fertilize it tomorrow. Which I think our planter does fertilizing too. So, and I probably don't have to plow this, but I just gotten in the habit of plowing all my fields in the start. So we'll go ahead and drop that down and get the plowing. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on this. Today, today's been a good day. I got, what was it, 1 or 2 new subscribers yesterday. If you guys didn't catch it, I did put out a map review, which it's a good map. I'm playing on it on one of my private gameplays. So, but next week we're gonna start a series on that. It'll probably be Monday on that. So just to give you guys a heads up on what my plans are, I'm going to try doing a stream and a video a day. Later on today I should be releasing another video. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to do the how-to or another map tour. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe next week we might start up a gameplay series where kind of got a cool idea. I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to take this map that everybody doesn't like, which all it is Elm Creek flattened and everything taken away from it. But I'm thinking about maybe trying to make my own little farm, town, whatnot. Maybe just do like a 30-40 minute video every day on it, or every other day, or a couple times a week. Just kind of a little just a little Let's Play series. Not a how-to or anything else like that. And it probably won't be realistic due to the fact that I have to go in and create a lot of things. So I'll probably have to cheat in some money and some equipment that isn't realistic. So, but I think it'd be kind of fun to do, to maybe try building up my own little area and have my own little fields and stuff like that, and just have like a bonehead area, as I like to call it, bonehead farm. That's not a realistic game for, kind of break away from the monotony of the normal game style play. I know a couple other streamers have done it with No Man's Land, but I haven't seen anybody doing much with that map. And I know what the map creator's intentions were with the map was to do like what I'm thinking about doing, is you just create your own map, is what it is. And how much fun can you have with something like that? You do the same thing on No Man's Land, yes I know, but everybody does that. So, and here, Bonehead, we like doing things a little differently. We like having fun and creating our own things and doing things our own way. So, depends on, what I get put together with Big E on that, and that's going to happen hopefully sometime this week if our 2 schedules can meet up. I'm going to grab another cup of coffee here real quick here. I was smart today. I went ahead and I brought the coffee pot in here. It's sitting on my little table here. That way I don't have to get up from the the gameplay. There we go. We're all set up, ready to go now. Ooh, that's some good coffee. So, let's get back to plowing here. I will say, I know I've probably said this before, and I'm probably repeating myself a little bit today, but one mod I think that you should get is this plow here. Starting off with it, it's great. It can go from a 9 meter or 6 meter to 9 meter, I think is what it is, or 9 meter to 12 meter, and it's a big help. I really like this mod. So, you know, if we was getting a little bit more rock off these fields, I would go ahead and buy a rock crusher and it would produce our lime for us. But I don't think that, you know, we've done 4 fields, plowed 4 fields and rock picked them, and we have not got barely any rocks off of it. I don't understand. On the other maps, it just generates them left and right. So, but I have a farm on no man's land that I make all my own lime, fertilizer, and seed, and so I don't have that cost. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and spread slurry and fertilizer or manure down if I wanted to, for if I didn't have enough fertilizer, dry fertilizer anyway. I don't really like messing around with the liquid fertilizer. Seems like you go through it a lot faster. So I like the dry, and it does the same amount of job. Now if it comes out where you get different fertilizing abilities with liquid compared to solid, I might switch over, but I just feel that it's more, you go through a lot more slurry and stuff. And I think the game's pretty much set up that fertilizer is fertilizer, and so I don't think there's any, there might be, but I don't know. That might make a good little video. I might do a video in the future testing the difference between solid and liquid fertilizer. I don't think anybody's done anything like that before, so. Fire department in front of us. So, has everybody heard the news that the new DLC should be coming out in March of 22? I think is what I heard on a video I watched earlier. I watch a lot of I watch DJ's videos every day, so he posted today that they're March of 22, I think is what I saw on there, that the new DLC is going to be coming out. More equipment for your farm is what the category was. So, we'll see. Everybody seems like they're excited about that, what do they call them? Excited about a new DLC because they want to see what they're going to come out with. If they're going to, and a lot of people like that precision farming. I've never really messed with it too much, so I just kind of, I guess you can say I kind of do it old school style. I just come in, plow when I need to, lime when I need to, fertilize when I need to, whenever the game tells me. So But it'll be kind of interesting to see what type of changes they've made to the precision farming. I know I've watched I've watched a lot of videos about it because I was going to try getting into it in FS19, but I never did. I started doing the course play stuff and seasons, so. Because I heard that seasons was going to be an actual game part of FS22, so I just went ahead and started learning about seasons and what it all entailed and everything else. So this ain't taking too long. I'm about a half hour into it. When we go to do contract work, I'll boost up our time. And I might go ahead and just save the rock picking and lineman for tomorrow. But I don't know yet. I wanted to say I have a meeting Thursday at 1 o'clock. So I'm probably not going to stream until I get done with that meeting. So will probably be a later stream. I'll try shooting for around 3. We'll go from 3 to 5 or something like that. Just to let everybody know. And if this new adventure goes through, my streaming time might change a little bit. So I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated. Coffee's going down good today. You know, doing this little series here has really got me kind of, I like Case, but I like these older John Deere tractors. They do a good job. My grandfather probably asked me what was wrong. I'd like to see them come out with some more of the older stuff. Like some Oliver tractors. Maybe come out with a vintage older pack. Where you'd have some Olivers, New Holland, well, not so much New Hollands, but Minneapolis Moines, Alice Chalmers, Oliver, all of them got Massey Harris. Come out with some older stuff, and maybe come out with even like a vintage map of, nothing but like old time stuff. Stuff like that my grandfather, have 200 acre farm, and that's what you used on there. Whoop, almost ran that guy over. I think that would be kind of cool on the game, but we'll just have to wait and see what they come out with. Looks like we got any more honey, so we're pretty good there. You know what? I think we'll just go ahead and rock pick that. Rock pick it and lime it. I don't think it'll take too much more time. We'll get started on contracts around 8, 9 o'clock in game time. And I'm going to boost our time up to 5. We'll grab a rock picker here. I think I might have got this smoothed out enough that I ain't like bouncing all over the place coming up into here. It wouldn't let me do too much to it. I do know that, so. Go down here and we'll pick some rocks. Kind of pick your mind. A little bit. I did watch Tactical Farming last night, his stream, and him and 4B. And they were making a heck of a farm on No Man's Land. It looking pretty good. Them two guys work well together. Wait, drive right here. Back her up. Drop her down and go to town. See, we only got 1,000 liters. We might go ahead and, after we get done doing this, because I don't think we'll be rock picking the rest of the stream, so we'll go ahead and sell the rocks off and see what we get off of them. Probably like a couple $100 in, maybe, if that. Oh, I should have done a headland. I forgot the turn radius on this isn't the greatest. Maybe we'll make enough off these rocks that we can afford to lease a field cultivator. I don't know why I don't have one either. That's, I must have came out with like, had a 3-meter one, and I don't. That's just a waste of time for me. Might just lease it through with a program and go that route. Might be a little cheaper to do it that way. Yeah, I seen old Farmer Cop, he's streaming right now, so that's probably where a lot of people are. So, I haven't caught one of his streams in almost a month. He's the one that kind of got me started in the farm sim. Between him and Harv, them two guys there, I watched them a lot before I even started playing. Sitting here playing World of Warcraft. Yeah, well, we should be able to get this rock picked before 8 o'clock. Then we'll go over and plow that field 10. That shouldn't take too long to plow it. Plowing goes pretty quick. And we're probably going to have to spend a little money tomorrow on seed. I might have enough seed left in the planter. I'm not for sure yet. We'll look at all that at the end of the day. See where we're at. I do want to see if I use that plow, if it'll count as a cultivating stage. I don't think so, but we're gonna see. We might look into our cultivators a little more in depth. Because I do know that DJ has put out some mods that he's enhanced a little bit, so, and they're all platforms. You can use them on all platforms. So we might check in on that too, maybe, and just lease one of those. I think they have a cultivator in there that you can lease, that you can go a little faster with. Been a pretty good morning so far. Thought my little sister was gonna come in and watch the stream today, but I haven't heard from her yet. So she must got busy doing something else. I can't wait till they come out with some bigger rock pickers. Glad these fields ain't huge that we own. And if I would have known we wasn't going to be getting nearly a lot of rock off these fields, I probably would have left rock picking shut off. But I kind of wanted to show you guys it's a new feature in FS22. And like I said, my other maps, I use it to, I use it to make my own lime now, so I don't have to worry about buying lime. I know it ain't that expensive, but it's still an expense, so. I am also looking at maybe going to a different streaming platform. I got a couple videos a day about what's that called, StreamYard or something like that. So before the stream here, I was watching a couple videos on it, people testing it out and using it and that stuff. It's kind of a little on the expensive side though, so I don't know. OBS is free and I like it. I got it set up the way I like to do things, so the only thing I wish is like I can get my notifications figured out. They just all over the place. Can't ever get that to work right for some reason. And then with OBS too, I have to go in and manually bring my chat in because OBS keeps telling me I can't find my Facebook channel, or not my Facebook channel, but my YouTube channel. And I wanted to let you guys know too, if you wanted to see some other types of gameplay that I've done, I did post a little series on Facebook when I first got started streaming. So if you want to go check those out, feel free to. It's not too bad of a little series. Kind of in a different map too. I think it's a PC only map there. And it was that map wasn't that bad. A lot of small fields though. When I mean by small fields, some of the fields you wasn't even getting 200 liters of crop out of it. But when I switched over here to YouTube, I really haven't posted anything else on Facebook. So we almost got this field rock picked. It's only 7:38 in game time. That's a plus there. And we might have to repair Big Deer. It went into the yellow yesterday, so I might wait till it gets about halfway. And then we'll see where we're at with that. If I have to, I'll just use Little Deer. It'll do a good job. I don't know what would happen if I actually got a bigger John Deere tractor. I think these two tractors are medium tractors in the mod hub. Turn radius ain't the greatest on it, I'll tell you that much. But it probably doesn't have power steering. Anybody got any big plans for the day? I don't know why I'm asking that. I don't have very many people watching right now. Which is fine with me. You guys can come in and check it out later. That's what I like about it. I know a lot of my followers right now are at work, but with my kids and wife and everything else, trying to get a stream in at nighttime is kind of difficult. So might look into seeing, maybe do a test stream at like a 7-8 o'clock in the morning one. See how that goes. Go from 8 to 11 or something like that. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So and I hope you guys are getting some information out of it. That's what it's meant for. That gives me somebody to talk to while I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. I know it ain't morning. I get up and get things taken care of and stuff like that. But I need to get taken care of for the day, and by the time I'm about done, it's about 10 o'clock. So, well, it looks like we got 1,600 liters of rock. So, with rock, you can do two things with it. You can take it over to the crusher and sell it and make some money off it, or you can download a mod from the mod hub, and we'll go into our buildings here, construction, and we will go to production, your production screen, and you just scroll over till you get till you, well, it ain't underneath production. I thought it was underneath production, or I don't have it turned on right now. Okay, so if you look, let's see here, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, selling points. Okay, so this is what a normal rock crusher looks like. This right here. And what that does is you just take and you can sell your rocks there. Now, if you download from the mod hub, they have a rock crusher that will crush rock and turn it into lime. And the way you can tell the difference between the two, see, this is just a flat rectangular. Here, I'll bring out. See how that looks? That's just a normal sell point. You only got the two sell points at the top. You can dump it out on the ground, or you can dump it into the hopper if you want a more realistic feel for it. The mod hub one has an auger that comes off the back side here, and it has solar panels on the top of it, so it gives you a little bit of money each day by collecting solar energy, and it also gives you lime. So if you're doing a map that has a lot of large fields and stuff like that, and you want to get into the rock crushing and utilize it to eliminate your lime cost, then that's the way to go. We're going to take these, I'm going to take these over to the rock crusher, and I'm just going to go ahead and sell the rock off. Now, if we do have more rock, we'll take it over and sell it off too. Because on Friday, and just so everybody knows, Elm Creek will be wrapping up on Friday. And at the end of the stream, we will go through and tally up how much our farm's net value is. And take in mind, when we started off, I will do a net value of when we started. I'll have that all figured up, and then as we get done with the stream, we will do that, and we'll show how much of a profit that we made, or that I made doing things the way I do things. Just kind of give you an idea of, how you can make some money in your first year. And I don't think I'm going to delete the map off my playlist, because I might come back later to do year 2. And year 2 is probably in the way I do things. In year 2 is when you start expanding out and set some goals for yourself, to get more land, more equipment, bigger farm. And you should be able to add a couple fields by the end of year 2. I try striving to buy 2 fields every year. So right over here is the rock crusher. You can see it sitting there. But like I was saying, if it was a lime producing one, and yes, you can get that on all mods. If it's a lime producing one, you would have an auger that sticks off the back, and see where them vents are? They would be solar panels there. Just to give you an idea. What we're going to do is we're going to back in here, and we're going to sell off our rock. Now, I'm just going to let you know now, you're not going to make a lot off of collecting rock. So, just so you know. I'm just taking dumper out right here. And like I said, we'll probably only get like a couple $100. And like I said, 251 for 1,500 liters of rock. Now, if you had that, if you were going to turn it into lime, for every 1,000 liters of rock that you dump in there, it'll produce 4,000 liters of lime. Just so you guys know, if you wanted to do that. Now, I thought I had it activated, but I don't, so I can't even show it to you. Which I apologize about that. And let's take a different route back. We'll go put the rock picker up. Oh, yeah. And we will grab the lime wagon, and we'll go ahead and spread some wagon. I'm going to go through this guy's pasture. See, and yesterday I was talking to you about when you're purchasing fields and stuff like that, you kind of want to look for an area that has some grass area for yourself. This would be a perfect spot. But take in mind, if we go into the map and we look at how much this area is going to cost. See, this is one of the areas I was pointing out to you yesterday. You come in and you can do some tree elimination here, and you can turn this all into mowing. But you're looking at $266,000 for that one field there, and that's $57,000. You might be able to buy. No, you can't buy around that pond. So see, you wouldn't be able to get all that. But see, this 56 would be the way to go, because you have this little area here, and if you can get 12 to 16 bales of silage off of that a day, or every 3 months, that'd be well worth it. Because you're talking anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000, and it doesn't look like it's a bad little area to the mow. So that's something when you're buying fields you want to look at too. You want to look at if there's any area that you're going to make some extra cash off of, and I like to call it free cash. You know, sure, you're going to spend money on gas and repairs, but that's not a big deal at all. You know, what you're going to spend on it. And if you look at all the fields around here, like across the way there, they have large grass areas around the fields. So you can do some grass work on this field. And in any map you go and you look at, there's always areas that you can go do grass work and stuff of that nature. You know, it's either grass work or you can do some logging if you wanted to. There we are, back at the farm. Sorry about that, I had to get another cup of coffee. We'll come in here and put away the rock collector. We'll grab the lime spreader. Might have to fill it up. I don't know if we have any lime or if it has fertilizer in it. So, which I think we got one bucket or a bag of, one big bag left of I think we got one bag of lime left. It might be fertilizer though. We got fertilizer in the spreader right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up right here and we are going to unload. Go into your vehicle controls and I'll tell you where everything is to do. So we'll unload the fertilizer. I don't know how much lime that we have actually on hand. We might have to go buy some lime because I think this, oh, that's fertilizer. I got 615 liters of lime here. So we'll grab that. I don't know if that'll be enough to finish that field off though. Oh, it didn't go away. There we go. So we got 615 liters of lime. We'll see if that's enough to do that field. We might have to run down the store and we might have to purchase another thing of lime. Which, that's only 3% full. I think we might just run down. We'll go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and buy another thing of lime real quick here. Go in our store menu, go into this little box, big bag pallets, and lime, 450, yeah, that ain't too bad. So, half of what we spent on, from the rocks is what we're going to end up spending. So, we'll get one more bag, I think that, well, we got silage bales in here. Let's go ahead and buy 2. And that'll should get us by for the rest of the year. Okay, so we'll run down there, load them up. I don't know how much it's going to take to do this field over here. Probably take almost all of that, if I have to guess. So, and of course, if we don't use it all, we can use the rest of it next year. So, and I do recommend, like, if you're trying to do a semi-realistic gameplay, get you like a little notepad and write down like how many bags of fertilizer you use, how many bags of lime that you use, how many bags of seed that you use on your basic farm. And then as you add fields, add that to your list, so that what I like to do is at the end of my year is when I get, so if my end of the year on this farm is August, then I like to go in and buy all my fertilizer for the year and all my lime and all my seeds. That way I know that I have it at when it comes time for it. So we'll fill up here. And in case you didn't know, and this isn't a mod, this is an in-game thing, you can just pull up to these big bags and hit R, and it'll fill it up for you. That used to be a mod in FS19, but they made that an in-game thing now, autofill, which makes it nicer. You don't have to buy a tractor loader, or a telehandler, or even the skid loader. So we got about 4,000 liters. That should get that field. If it doesn't, then we're doing something really wrong. We'll drive back down to the field, lime it, and it'll be about time to start doing that contract over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get over in this lane. Oh, I didn't turn on my, I guess this thing doesn't have one, does it? No, I don't see any beacons. We'll unfold her, and we will get this thing ready to go, because we'll plant it tomorrow and roll it. And like I said, I don't think we'll have to fertilize tomorrow. Go. As soon as we get in the field, it'll start spreading. Yeah, it's not a bad starting spot. Get this field all limed. I really like this lime spreader. I don't know why. It just looks big and beefy, I guess. And I like to, if I don't, there's one that I do like to use a lot at times, and you'll see it on some of my other gameplays probably. But it just attaches to the back, and it gives you a further spread. But this one here I like a lot, and plus it's in game and everybody can use it. So I think the other one is too. But see, we already went through 1,000 liters and we haven't got the headland done yet. That's nuts. But once we start going, we get this all touched up here, and then we'll go up and down. Which I've never claimed to be the greatest lime spreader in the world. And I'm probably really missing my GPS, because that kind of lines me up, so I ain't wasting lime. I think we might end up using all this. So ain't a big deal. I'm kind of glad I went with 2 bags. And we're going to get this big chunk here. Phew. We barely had enough to get her. And we get these two little spots here, maybe. Well, and we'll get this big one and go back and grab that little one. And there we go. We used all the lime. So that field there takes a good 4,000 liters of lime. That's pretty impressive. So we're at 8 o'clock in game time, so right where I wanted to be. And we'll have to, later on today, put away our fertilizer, or even just put it back in this wagon. Something's empty. Yeah, so go ahead and do that real quick here. We'll put the fertilizer back in here. We'll go to the next one here. I'm gonna have to, yeah, we'll come over here, get that one. I don't know why it spawned right there. Now that's another thing that we might be able to sell off, is that bin that I bought for fertilizer and lime. Might do that, I don't know yet. I don't even know if it has anything in it. Might still be empty. Back this in, I'll cover it up. Alright. Doesn't have a cover. Okay. Well, that did have a cover. Must not have got the odd option. So now, field 52 is all ready for planting tomorrow. And make sure so let's see what we can plant. So again, we're gonna put oats. Do we want to do oats, sunflowers, oats or sunflowers? Which we'll just go with oat, because that'll give us straw. So we'll make a little bit more money off of that if we do oats. So and we can also take a look. Let's see here. Oats going down in sales, but they're like 1,600. Let's see the average. I don't know when it goes up. Starts going up in August. That's when you harvest it. So we'll probably do oats. We already harvested a field of sunflowers. So we'll go grab the plow, and we're going to go up and plow that contract field, which that contract is field 10. And so we are going to want to go back up to this area again. Okay, so we'll haul the plow up there. And I'm just going to put it on right. We'll put it on the back for right now. we'll spin around. I want to try staying off that grass as much as possible. But according to our calendar, we should be able to harvest this front field tomorrow. Around 2 o'clock today, 2, 3 o'clock, we should be able to sell off our silage bales that I made last night. So we should be pretty clear for, well, 4 or 5 hours in game to do some contract work, which is all plowing and cultivating. So take our nice little drive up here. Ain't too bad, I guess. Kind of like this freeway, you know, interstate thing. It's kind of neat. And if you guys get a chance, I've seen something that's kind of cool that the Giants put in the mod hub the other day. It was a golf cart thing. I might go buy that for one of my other farms. It seems like I'm driving between areas. I have one farm set up that I have a whole production area, and it's a little bit of a drive from my main farm. And then I have my main farm just has where I keep my equipment at. And I have a production area that has all my production stuff put in there. And then I have little areas for like my grass and hay and straw work. And then I have an area for my grain work, or my livestock work, I guess is what you would call it, where I keep all my supplies that I need for my cows and chickens and pigs. No, I have sheep on that one. So looks like this is field 10 right here in front of me. Holy cow. Let's see how we get up in there. We'll go through this gate here. And we'll get to plowing that. This is like an oblong field. Then drop that down. Go down. There we go. And we'll get the plowing. This is probably one of them times I wish we had a bigger plow. But we're gonna make, what is it, $14,000-$15,000 off of doing this. And this should only be about, roughly half hour, 45 minutes game time. So might be a little longer than that because this is long. This is a pretty bigger field. This is probably like the bigger field that we've done. And I'm only using a 6-meter plow. You know what I could do? Here, we'll detach that for right now. Hop out. Let's see how much it would be to... Oh, I don't have that turned on this. Dang it. So, can't do that. Which is, I was trying to use the mobile workshop. But I forgot it. It's not a cross-platform tool. So, with that mobile workshop, I have a how-to video on how to use it. So, if you're wondering what it is, well, feel free to go check that video out. It's just one of them mods, just like right there, I can jump out and do either repair my plow or make adjustments to it. So like this one here, you can either have a 6 meter or a 9 meter, I think is what it is. I was gonna see how much it's gonna cost us to bump it up some. That way we get the field done in a pretty decent time. But you know, you're not going too bad right now. So once we start going back and forth, it'll go a little quicker. And I said this yesterday, if you're playing on PC, there's a couple mods that you could download to get you some little bit of extra money off this contract work. You can do one where you can get the straw when you harvest, and you can get the one with the rocks, stuff like that. So that's also another way, if you're playing on PC, to help yourself out a little bit and getting some money. But I don't mind doing contract work. It brings in a little bit extra cash for you. So kind of missed a little bit there. Be alright, it's just around the edge of the field. And like I did tell you guys earlier in some of the other streams, downloading this mod here, this plow, is a kind of a game changer thing for them. And I'm thinking later on this week I'm gonna come out with the mods that I use on every map or any new map starts. So kind of keep an eye out for that. And we'll kind of give you an example of what I use on every map play that I play. I'm only going to do one headland around this. I don't think there ain't nothing that's going to block us from that. I'll just square this off here. And then we'll get started on the other side. So we'll run over and get on the straight and narrow area. And we will get this field planted or plowed for this guy. Plus, using the GPS too, it helps out a lot on getting you lined up, so you're not making too many mistakes. These fields ain't too bad, but there's some of them that are, I don't know, they got a lot of twists and turns and stuff in it, and sometimes can be a pain, and the GPS just helps you keep straight line. I don't like leaving a spot in the middle of the field, so we'll grab that. Plus, I like having squared lines, so it makes it a lot easier. I don't have to stop and go back and fix something I plowed, or go back after I'm done. So turn my cruise control on there. Might have to take a little break here in a little bit, but everybody seemed to like yesterday's stream, so I was really happy to see that. I've been working real hard here lately on getting my stream stuff all squared away and up and working good, and getting some videos put out. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope my content is informational to you guys. So Yeah. Hopefully this squares it off a little bit. That way, trying to keep it on that one little bar there. Make it go a little quicker. You know, the big thing about contract work is, like I said, you can make money off of all of it. And like right now, the only thing that's offered is cultivating and plowing. There is one seeding job, but with the seeding job, you're going to have to pay for seed and fertilizer to fertilize it. So that's going to get kind of expensive. And you're only going to probably make a profit of like 3,000. I don't know even what the contract is. We'd have to look at it, but you're not going to make very much profit off of a seeding jobs or the sowing jobs. That's what the sowing job is a seeding, where you go and plant the crop. I do a lot of fertilizing jobs on my other gameplays, and when I'm playing a map, I usually try knocking out a lot of the fertilizing contracts, because you can make some decent cash. Like I said, one hopper can probably do like 3 or 4 fields, depending on the field size. But doing this work here, if you have the equipment, the only thing you're paying for is fuel and the wear and tear on your equipment. So therefore, you could probably go a whole year without even putting fuel in your tractor or that. So this is almost, I would call it, the 90 percentile profit. So everything that you make off of cultivating and plowing is 90% profit, because you got to think at the end of the year, or if throughout the year, you're going to have to put gas in your tractor and you're going to have to repair it. But if you can make it where it lasts the whole year, then you should be pretty decent, and that's why I call it a 90% profit. So the only thing is with doing this type of contract work is it's time consuming. Now if you go out and get yourself a bigger plow and a field cultivator, then you can make some money, because it won't take as long to do it. So, just keep that stuff in mind when you're doing contract work. Of course, the bigger the contract money value is, the bigger the field's going to be, just so everybody knows that. So you might be able to do one $14,000 contract, but then again, you could do, in the same amount of time, you can do 10 other contracts. So like I said, just keep that in mind when you're doing contract work. Kind of look at what you're going to make a profit off of and what you're not going to make a profit off of. I've got it all figured up that for the most part, I'm not going to have to spend, I might have to spend money on repair, depending on how many hours that are on my tractor, and so I might have to do a little bit of a repair cost, and that's why I call plowing about a 90% return profit if I use my own equipment. And I try doing, and on all my contracts, I try using my own equipment, just due to the fact that I don't have to spend a lot of money. Well, what we're going to do right now is I've got to run to the little boy's room. So I'm going to jump into the intermission screen, and I will be right back. Alright, so here. So I got the, oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Duh. Got lined up on my keyboard a little wrong. And we got quite a bit left to do with this little plow. You know, this stuff here, like I was saying about making money before I left for break, you know, you want to kind of, I'm trying to think what I want to say here without over countering myself. You want to look at your size of equipment that you have and stuff like that too. I don't recommend you ever renting or leasing equipment to get a job done, but sometimes you have to. So getting a little bit bigger of a plow or that, because you're going to utilize a plow all the time on your farm. Field cultivators all the time. Balers, seeders, all that stuff, harvesters. So it'll benefit you too if you slowly stack your stuff up. So try keeping away from leasing stuff. But when you don't have a lot of money and and your farm's not bringing in a lot of money like in your first and second years, you are going to have to lease things. So it's a good thing to lease, and sometimes it can be a bad thing, you know, depending on what you're doing. If you're going to lease a field cultivator like we did yesterday, go do 4 or 5 fields. You know, make the money that you're going to pay for the field cultivator. But also take in mind when it comes to leasing things, and I'm going to go over this with you today because I really don't want to spend a lot of money on things. But when we go to get a field cultivator, do some field cultivating contracts, I want to show you a couple different ways of doing it. And the bad thing is sometimes you will get some good equipment, and sometimes you will get some equipment that just ain't even really worth having. You know, even if you are just starting off, I don't understand. I think they should have like a basic starter pack. You know, you got a small tractor, medium tractor, you know, a bigger cultivator than a 3-meter cultivator, because all you're going to do is spend all your time cultivating and planting if you only have 3-meter stuff. So now it is nice in like the smaller fields and stuff of that nature to utilize them things, but I think they should have like a common starter pack for every map that comes out. And they kind of do, but some of them jump around from here to there. I've seen it where you have like little fields and you got big John Deere tractors or big Case tractors. So I just kind of wish that they had like a good starter little pack for this. And, you know, not giving you, I don't necessarily call it junk, but it's stuff that you're just going to sell off anyway. So why don't they get you set up pretty decent? You know, 3-meter cultivator and planter, it ain't going to do squat for you. You know, it's just going to take you forever. So, you know, I just wish they kind of, maybe instead of a 3-meter, you know, go up to like a 8, you know, give you 8-meter equipment to work with. And then, you know, this map wasn't too bad. It had, you know, a bunch of implement equipment, was real small. So that's why we got rid of it all and went with what we have right now. But you just got to kind of keep an eye on that stuff and go through it as you're farming, and make sure that, you know, you're going to get a profit off of utilizing it. And just like I said yesterday, you know, This is the fourth way I make money on the side, is contract work. If I could drive a straight line today, I might get this field done. But it sure doesn't want to drive a straight line at all. And another thing you can do with contract work is you can do multiple contracts at once. You can hire a worker. But, like I said, once again, that's going to start costing you money. So, you want to kind of veer away from the things that are going to cost money. But if it helps you out, so like if you have 4 fields that you're going to, or let's just go with 5 fields at 15 grand a piece, or even 20 grand a piece. If you got four fields at 20 grand a piece, that's $80,000 there. And for you to do 2 fields and a worker to do 2 fields, it'll probably cost you like $4,000 for that. So then you're going to start, you're only going to get like a $36,000 profit, but still a $36,000 profit. That's $36,000 more than what you had when you first started. So a lot of life things kind of comes into play with the game too. And that's the key thing, making sure that you're staying in the positives and not in the red. And yes, like any business or anything else like that, you're going to have to buckle down and get at it really good. Set money, don't buy just because there's a fancy tractor that came out in the store that's used and you really want it. If you don't really need it, then don't buy it yet. Save that stuff for later on in the game. That's what I like to do. Some of my equipment that I have on No Man's Land, I'm sitting at 300 hours on a tractor. So, and another thing, like I said yesterday, a good thing about all this is it kind of boosts up things for you. We're gonna go ahead and speed the time up a little bit. I think I don't want to be coming back on later on. And if this is the only field we get done today, then that's probably the only field we'll get done. And we're sitting at about 1:40 in stream time, so we got probably roughly another hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the time to 5. And then we got all that stuff we got to haul off and sell for the day. So, and I want to get the silage bales sold off before the end of stream. Because I don't know if I'm going to have time to come on tonight and do any work off camera. I guess if we need to, we'll finish it up tomorrow morning, but we shouldn't have to. This contract here is going to be 100% profit. So, well, we'll block off your damn drain. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, what are you doing, bud? Hit a rock and cause you to go sideways a little bit, off to the side. There we go. Huh. There's some birds out here. I haven't seen many deer today. They must be hibernating in February. You jumped over again. Bonehead, bonehead, bonehead. Let's get this field squared off. There we go. Turn on cruise control. So, if you feel like it, I'm doing kind of a poll. I'd kind of like to know what everybody thinks about the Super Bowl this weekend. Who's going to win? I'm kind of rooting for the Bengals. Kind of hoping that they take it all. I think I don't even know if they're considered an underdog or not. Well, they've been an underdog all season, but I just like to kind of see them win it. So let me know in comments if you who you think's going to win the Super Bowl. Joe Burrows, he's here in a couple years. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. Good old farming. Gotta like it. Kind of dead in chat today. Like I said, though, Farmer Cop is streaming, so he probably has all the people over there. I know a couple of my followers, they like Farmer Cop, so I didn't realize that he was going to be streaming today at this time, but that's all right. We can compete against each other. Looks like he's winning, though. Ain't no big deal to me. I'm just here to broadcast my gameplay, I guess, today. Might look, like I said, depends on what happens with this opportunity that is coming about. Like I said, stream times might change a little bit. Like I said, I might look into maybe do a test stream sometime this week and see how well my stream does at different times of the day. I understand I'm a new guy, so I ain't gonna get like the other people, but get a couple people in here to talk to would be nice. So any of my followers, if you guys have a suggested time that you would like to see me stream at, go ahead and leave me a comment or send me a message or something on one of my social media sites, and we will see what we can do about putting that together. That's why I don't think that I'm getting my content out to enough people. So that's why I think I'm about going with StreamYard. I might download it and test it out for a couple streams and see if it was how much easier it is than OBS. But I kind of like the fact I don't have to pay for anything on OBS, other than little things here and there. But there's a collectible up on top of that roof there. I know I said something about it yesterday. That's another way you can make some money on these new maps in FS22. Not all of them have collectibles, but so far everyone that I've seen released on the Mod Hub does, except for maybe that construction map. But I haven't really played around too much with that. So mm, 9 o'clock, so we're kind of moving along a little bit better in time. Well, I'm starting to get hungry. That's why I kind of started streaming during lunchtime. One of my followers said it'd be nice if he could catch it on his lunch break. And he went to lunch at 12 and goes back to work at 1. So I figured, he'd catch midstream in here. Because between 3 and 4, I have to go pick my kids up from school, or my daughter, if she needs me to. So well, here we go. Awkward moment of silence. I can't believe I actually ran out of stuff to talk about. Yeah, that's what happens though when you do these large fields like this. You're like, oh my goodness, is this ever gonna be over with? It'll be done here soon. So, sitting here brainstorming about other ideas that I can do for streams. Maybe get some more people coming in. But we're small right now. Hopefully one day we'll have some people in chat here. We can do little things and stuff of that nature. So actually, I'm not doing too bad of a job of driving a straight line, I guess. Could be worse. Could be using a 3-meter plow right now. That would take forever on this field here. I got to still be doing this at 6 o'clock tonight. I will tell you a funny story about Farm Sim. When I first started playing, I was talking with another guy in a chat one day, somebody else's stream. I can't remember whose now off the top of my head, but we were talking and he was like, "Yeah, I just got this new planner." And I said, "Really? Where'd you get a new planner from?" He goes, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I've been using the one that the games gave me. I really kind of hate planning because it takes forever." He goes, "You're using the starting planner?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "How long does it take you to do fields?" I said, "Oh, I bet I'm a good 3-hour game time to plan a field, a good sized field." And he just started chuckling, and I said, "What's so funny?" And he goes, "Well, you can go into the mod hub and buy mods, right? Or download mods." So there's a mod hub? And where is that? So after about 30 minutes of him showing me stuff, kind of helped me out quite a bit. But yeah, I bet for the first month, I was just using the stuff the game gave you to use. I didn't know you could download bigger stuff and all that, so that's kind of a bonehead thing that I did when I first started playing. It's like I thought you had to buy farms to get animals and stuff like that, and technically you do, but I thought they would automatically come on the farm, so I didn't know that you had to go in and buy the barns for them and the yards and stuff like that. He kind of helped me out and get me all set up and going, and then told me I needed to go watch a couple of YouTubers. Gave me their names, so I started watching them, and I learned a little bit better. I learned that there's more out there than 3-meter planners, and then like I said, I watched YouTube videos and I saw these guys using like bigger tractors and stuff like that, and I just didn't. Like I said, I had a boneheaded moment there. The guy that helped me out, he kind of quit playing after they came out with FS22. He got kind of discouraged about some things with the game, so I used to play multiplayer with him all the time. Usually like on Saturdays or Sunday nights, we'd get together and play. Just do some farming. He'd show me some things if there was something that he wanted to show me, and he'd help me out with some things. So it's always good to find people like that out there. And I know I've said it a lot in the stream. The farming simulator community, just in general, is tremendous. You don't have people sitting there making fun of you. If you do something stupid or boneheadish, as I like to call it, then yeah, you're gonna get razzed a little bit. But that's it. They'll take the time to come and say, "Well, you should have done it like this." Just like that guy did with me. He says, "I can't believe you're using the 3-meter planner." I don't even remember what the base game planner was when I first started playing, but so that's what kind of inspired me a little bit to come on here and stream and do videos, kind of help people out a little bit, where I didn't understand some things about the game and everything else. So that's what I was kind of trying to do, and we're not doing too bad of a job at it. We're keeping things up and going, and everything's running nice and smooth. So I do like watching. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, Clutch Simulations, he puts on a pretty good stream. I've said it before, you know, if you guys haven't checked out Big E Farming, go ahead and go check him out. He does a good job. Really like his content. Big E's more realistic farming. He does more, you know, on the realistic side. He does do some things, and the other day he posted a video about a corn or a bean table, and that was the 60-meter one. I think is what it is, and that was kind of a cool video. I'm kind of like that one a lot. So make sure you go over and check out Big E. If you like him, subscribe to him and stuff like that. Well, see, we started on this field around 8:15. It's 10 o'clock now. Almost 2 hours in game time on this field. That ain't too bad though. Break it down. About what, $15 or $15,000 for the total contract. So you're looking at about $7,500 an hour to plow. That ain't too bad. One Holt bearing on, I did a bunch of plowing and cultivating contracts. So I went ahead and got a loan and bought a bigger plow and a bigger field cultivator. And I think it only took 2 or 3 days to pay off that loan from what I made off of that. So therefore, you know, it ain't too bad to get a loan and pay off. I just don't want to do a loan right now. Just want to use all on this stream here. I want to use all the money that we make and profit. And I want to kind of show you guys that you can make a profit. It is slow at times, but you know, as long as you set a goal sorry, for how much you want to make a day or a month, you can do it really easily. You know, and time management thing, you know, adjusting the time, speeding it up, slowing it down will help you out a lot too. And you can do that on any system. I'm not for sure how to do it on the PlayStation and Xbox, but I know you can do it because I've seen them do it on some of the streams I watch, and they play on console, so they'll adjust the time frame. And that ain't even a mod, but that in my gameplay, adjusting my time throughout the day is a big thing that I do. And you'll see it if you keep watching my videos. You know, if it's a slow part of the day, I'll speed the time up. If I got a lot of work to do in fields, I will slow the time down. It just kind of helps out a little bit, I think. Like I said, time management is a key thing. You know, get your stuff done in a decent amount of time always helps out. I couldn't imagine rock picking this field though. I've been sitting here staring at the rocks and I'm like, gee, man, Natalie, this will take forever. Dang. Well, I was getting over this cold, but it came back with a vengeance. We almost got her done, that's for sure. I don't know. I think next time I probably won't do one like this, but I needed a good chunk of change, so. And that's something else I do. I'll look at the contracts, and if I know, okay, well I got 20,000 in bales sitting there, I want to make 50,000 a day profit. Well, then I'll jump in and do as many contracts as I need to get that up to that 50,000, which we should have a pretty decent day today. I don't think it'll be as high as yesterday because we had a lot of silage bales to sell off, but we still have quite a few bales to sell off right now. And I know it's not fun watching a video of a guy sitting here plowing for 2 hours, but some days that's the way it is on here. Like I said, we'll get these contract works done. I want to see too if I think you can use this plow as a cultivator too. I'm not 100% sure on that. And see the contract's done now with this field. So technically, I'm just gonna do this for demonstration purposes, so you can see it. And we'll finish this row out, and we'll go into our contract menu here. And you see that it's completed, so click on that and hit collect, and she should be done. And if you turn and look, the whole field is done now. So like I said, you could do that over and over again. And that'll get you. So what I want to do here real quick, I want to go ahead. See, if you look at this, alright, and this is what I want to show you today on contract work. You can go and lease equipment, and it's going to get you things. You can get a different type of tractor, different type of equipment, and use their equipment, and it'll charge you. Okay, like this one here is $303 to lease all that stuff. That's not bad, because if you come into here to the store to lease that tractor, I'm thinking it's this one right here, the 7R maybe. To lease it, let's look at the lease cost. That's going to cost you $12,000 a day to lease that tractor. So just the tractor by itself, getting the tractor. Now the way to kind of cheat that system a little bit and make it work for you, where you can make a little bit of money off of the deal, is this next step that I'm going to show you. What you can do. Okay, so you have these 3 fields right here. So this is what they're gonna give you, that small cultivator. Well, I don't want to do that. So what I do, if I'm going to borrow this stuff right here, I'm going to go and borrow it. It's going to cost me $303. So that'll leave me with $2,400 left on that contract. But I can also use this equipment to do other contracts. As long as I keep this first contract open, I can borrow this stuff. It only costs me $303. So keep that in mind when you're leasing things. Going into the store and leasing a field cultivator, it'll cost you. Plus, the wear and tear goes onto the borrowed stuff and not onto your equipment. So therefore, you're not hurting yourself by any means by doing that. So as you look down through here, You can knock, you can even go with this contract first, and then go back and knock these other 4 out, and you have a bigger cultivator, and you have a bigger tractor, and it's only going to cost you $890. If you look at this tractor in the store, which we'll jump back over to that screen here. If you jump back over here and look at the large tractors, and you go down to the Deutz, which is somewhere here, it's not even a large tractor. I didn't see it in here. Nope. So it's a medium tractor. There's Ultra Deutz. There it is, right here. The Series 7 Deutz. I'll make sure that's the only one. No, here it is, the Series 8. That's what I thought. It's a medium-sized tractor. So if you want to lease it, that's going to cost you $12,000 just to lease that. Then, if you wanted to lease the field cultivator that they're going to lease it to run on your own, will cost you, let's see, cultivators, there it is. And the field cultivator that they're giving you is this K brand. It's $59,000, but if you look at it, I think it's that one. No, it wasn't that one. It was another one. It's this one right here, the Rossel Mash, which is a good field cultivator. And if you look at the details on it, to lease it is another $5,000. So you'd have to do every single contract in there just to cover your lease costs, so you ain't going to make any money. So if you want to lease the equipment and do some contracts, the way to do it is the way I'm going to show you here in a second. Well, I wanted to just see if we can, I'm going to go ahead and fold our plow up so I don't hit anybody. But what I'm trying to say is, it's not a cheat, because you're going to borrow the equipment and then go knock out a couple more fields. And you might be able, and I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see, but you might be able to go through and just keep adding a contract each time. And as long as you don't finish out the one that you borrowed the equipment on, you should be alright. That's one way. When I first started playing the game, that's how I did it a lot. But in FS19, you couldn't do, you had to download a mod to have multiple contracts. You can have up to 3 active contracts right now on FS22 just in base game. So therefore, you can do that. And I seen Mr. Silly P do it, and ever since I watched him do it, I do it a lot. You know, because like I just showed you, it's only going to cost you $400 a day, or $400, and you can borrow that equipment and do multiple contracts and make a little bit of extra cash off of it, where it doesn't cost you, and then plus it doesn't put wear and tear on your vehicles. So, is it a realistic gameplay? Well, kind of, maybe. You know, maybe you might find, go out and find farmers. You work all the time for people. You got farm hands. They use the farmer's equipment all the time. Nothing's saying that you can't use that on another field, and maybe that field belongs to the other guy, just for say. So is it cheating? Not really. I think it's called working smart. And that was the second thing I wanted to show you guys today, and I'm going to show you right now how we're going to do this. So we're going to come in here, and what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at the biggest equipment that we got. So right now, that field 69, which is pretty close to our farm, should be. 69's right here. Okay. So the other contracts, 67, 66, 65. So we will look at the map at 67 through 65. So 67 through 65 are all right here. They're all little ones. So if we get that big equipment, knock that big field out, well, then we can come in and do 67, 66, and 65 and get them all plowed up and make the money off of that using the equipment from 69. And then if we needed to, let's jump over here to the contract again. We can go do field 50 which is close to our farm, right behind our farm. So we could come in, knock out field 50 with that equipment, and should profit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 69. Then I'm going to go ahead and accept the contract for 69, which is going to give us the Deutz and the bigger field cultivator, and only going to cost us $890. So in order for me to make a profit off of this, I'm going to need to do at least 2 of them small fields. That's going to give me $820. That leaves $70. So we'll do all 3 of the small fields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept this contract by borrowing the items. I'm going to borrow it. Okay, so now it's active. So then what I want to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to start at 65. Accept contract. Go to 66. And we'll accept that contract. So now we have 3 active contracts. Now just to show you, I'm going to tab over to the store, which here's my tractor sitting there that I borrowed. And here is my field cultivator that we borrowed. Take in mind that this is only costing us $890 compared to over, $5,000, I think is what it was to borrow it. So we're going to go down and do field 69. Now the key thing to remember when you're doing this, you don't want to finish out that contract that you borrowed the equipment on. Just go ahead and finish out all the other little contracts, that you did. And I'm going to show you that here right now. I just need to see how to get down there. Where we got to go? 69. So here's our, okay. So, got it. So we'll turn at our farm and go down. But then again, if you look at your wrench and your fuel, we're going to be using whatever we borrow. So if that stuff starts looking low and bad and everything else, we'll just send it back and release off of another contract. I'm not showing you this to show you a cheat. It's not a cheat. Because, you're borrowing the equipment. You paid to borrow it. It's just a cheap release rate. Doing it this way. So like I said, we'll come down here to 69, which I should have jumped over there. Yep, I'm going to have to turn. And this tractor is a little faster. Yep, as you see. But it's not our equipment, so we don't have to worry about tearing things up. And I do this in a pickle, I guess you can say. But it works out pretty good. And like I said, you don't have the high cost of your leasing. Now you can only do this with contracted fields. I think this is our field. So we'll unfold our field cultivator. And this is what I kind of want to show you guys in this series, the different ways of doing it. Now, you could do it the legitimate way, and, if you have your own equipment. Now, I do try to use my own equipment, but if you don't have that equipment, then you can't use it, so you're going to have to lease. As you've just seen, it's going to cost $12,000 a day to lease a tractor that's big enough to pull this. Then it's going to cost you another $4,000 to lease this cultivator. So that's $16,000. So in other words, what I'm saying is you're going to have to do at least 10 of these contracts. But each time that you do one of them contracts, you're not making any money off of it. Because like I said, it's going to take a lot, and you're not getting the equipment. So an easier way to lease the stuff is to lease it through the contract. Go knock out a couple contracts with that, make some extra cash, put it in the bank, and call it good for the day. And that's, the way you got to kind of do things here on this game. In real life, if a guy goes and takes care of another guy's field, he's going to use his equipment. And most of the time, you can ask the farmer, hey, do you mind if I'll do your field, but can I go down and do a couple other little fields with your equipment? And most of the time the farmer says, as long as you pay for the stuff, I don't care. But you're borrowing this stuff, so you're paying a borrowing fee already. So therefore, I don't consider this a cheat. I call it working smarter and not harder. And, this will allow us to get a couple more fields done. Won't cost us near as much. And another thing it allows you to do is it allows you to get test drive stuff. So if you wanted to know what this Deutz is like to drive, well, here you go. We're running it right now. And like I said earlier, if your fuel starts getting low and your maintenance starts getting low, you can always just take and return it. Click on that contract, say it's finished, and you don't have to take anything back to the store. And I do know a lot of people tell me that's a form of cheating in the game. No, it's not a form of cheating in the game. It's you're paying to borrow the equipment. It's just a cheaper rate to borrow it. Like my goal is if I'm borrowing this quite a bit, then I'm going to buy it myself. And this already has GPS on it. So if you could use the GPS mod on the PC, which is a PC only, which I'm kind of messing up here. Trying to talk and drive at the same time just ain't working out today for some reason. But see, like if we were to use our equipment right now that we have on this would all be profit. Yeah. But really, realistically, all we're going to lose is $900 off of borrowing this equipment. So it's kind of a no-brainer. You know what I mean? You do this and you can get yourself a couple $1,000s. That's the way it is. The way it kind of works a little bit. And probably what I'll end up doing is, it looks like we're gonna start running out of time. But I will probably come in on stream, off stream, and finish up some of this work. And we'll go over, and I'll still go over how we did today. Kind of hoping that we could get this field done at least, maybe a couple more today, but I don't think so. We're sitting at about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, but back to what I was saying just a little bit ago. There's several things that you can do to help you out. I'm only going to do one headland too, by the way. You just got to look into this stuff. And what I want to show you right now is we're going to knock this field out. And this is another one of them fields that you can, it looks like that we can mow around and get a little bit extra cash off of. So when you're going in to do things, you want to look at stuff like that. You want to kind of go look at your field, maybe drive around it with your truck and see, wow, this tractor's fast. I've never played with this tractor before, just so you guys know. And here we go. Drop that down. And we'll go to town plowing. Or chisel plowing, anyway. And like I said, this also gives you different ways and shows you different equipment that you can use and run and play with. So that makes it a lot better, if you ask me. And like I said, I personally like using my own equipment, but if I need to, I use this a lot when I'm first starting off. I'll knock out a couple fields with the same equipment from everything else, especially like baling contracts. If you get some baling contracts, that's using their stuff is a lot better than sometimes than using yours, because getting started in baling stuff, buying a baler and tether and a rake and a mower, it's not very expensive, but sometimes they'll give you that big crone mower to do a contract, and that makes life so much simpler. A little field that'll take you 2 or 3 hours, or not 2 or 3 hours, sorry, about a half an hour to do, it'll take you like 5 seconds with that bigger equipment. So, and like I said, it gives you a chance to check out the other equipment instead of going and buying it and wasting your money on it. You can just come in and do this, and leasing's another way of doing it. But as you saw, the lease fees sometimes are outrageous. You only want to borrow it for an hour, it's going to cost you $3,000. Well, I'm going to use this for the rest of the day in game, and it's only cost me $800. That's all it's going to cost me. That's not bad, if you ask me. And you could do it and you could probably get it worked down to where it's cheaper if you look at your leasing fees. It charges you by the hour until a certain amount of hours. If you have it for the whole day, then it's going to cost you more and all this other stuff in the long run. So just kind of look into that stuff and see where you're at with it, and where you can kind of finagle the money situation around. That's another thing I could say to you guys. So that pretty much kind of wraps up the whole contract, making money off contracts. That was the last thing I wanted to show you on making contracts or making money off contracts. So like I said, the four steps of making money, and I call it making free money. Now sometimes, yes, you do have to spend a little bit of money to make a little bit of money, but that's anything you do in life. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, your time management on things is a key thing too. Time management and your management of stuff. Knowing that you can do one contract on one field and then use the same equipment on another field. That's kind of game changing right there. Because you're borrowing the equipment to go do a couple more fields to make some more money for you. So, in my eyes, I don't really see much wrong with that. And a lot of people do it. So, they might not show you that on camera, or they might even show you on camera. I don't know. Like I said, I got it from Mr. Silly P, and he does it when he does contract work. And it really works real well when you don't have any equipment at all. Like if you're doing a survival series and you're just starting off, well, you can borrow this equipment and do a couple of contracts, make $20,000-$30,000 off of it, and that's it for the day. Now, when you do get into the harvesters and stuff like that, it's going to cost a little bit more money, but you can make it back. We'll make back what we rented this equipment for off of 2 fields. Basically, is what we're doing today. But I wanted to show you that. I was going to see if I can bring my plow down here and it act as a chisel plow, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So I'm not going to waste time with that right now. And like I said, here in a little bit, as soon as our end game time hits about 2 o'clock, we will go and try selling off our silage bales. And we might even try selling off our lettuce and honey today. I might wait till tomorrow to sell that off, because we aren't going to have any silage bales at all to sell tomorrow. So I don't know. I like finding little tricks like this in the game to utilize and get things done. And usually, just as a rule of thumb to myself, when I do use a trick like this, since I'm borrowing the equipment to do this field, I'm going to make sure this field gets done first. That way, if something happens, I can just go in. I got the, just the honesty thing, I guess is what you want to call it. Once we get turned around here, things going a lot quicker with this stuff. And this ain't even the big one that you can get. You can get one even bigger. Tractors are even bigger. Like I said, you saw this tractor is in the medium side. So, but once again, I've said it a couple times already in this little segment. This kind of gives you a different view of, or a different, not so much a different view, but it'll let you see a different way of doing things. So, it kind of gives you, I'm throwing a bunch of ideas out there for you. So if you're just getting started, this is the way to kind of do things, I think. There's different ways you can go. You can take what you want, leave it, and go. And run with it. That's what we say. I'm creeping up on that 3-hour mark. This is going to be one of my longest streams ever. That's cool. 3-hour long stream with one person, me. I love it. I am getting hungry though, so. Well, I'm kind of liking this little tractor. It's not too bad. Ain't like Big Deer, so. But it's got a better turning radius on it because it's the newer style tractor, so that makes field work a lot easier too when you have the, just the different qualities. And like I said, doing stuff like this allows you to test out other stuff. So when you actually do go to purchase something, like this could be put on your list of, that's a tractor I might want to buy. So, I will say this about this field cultivator here. This is probably one of the better field cultivators in the game. I like it a lot. That's the K brand one. One I was looking at. The very first one I looked at in the store. So. Let's see, we're going to make a little bit of extra cash today, that's for sure. Well, we're just a little over 200,000 at the beginning of the stream. We're sitting at 216 right now. So that ain't bad. We only completed one contract so far, so. Yeah, but bunching up these contracts like this is a big help. A allows you to bring in some extra cash. Next week you'll see I'm going to go and play on that map the way I play games. But we're going to do something a little different. And it's going to be a little different than normal. Just come out, jump in a tractor, and farm all day long. We're going to do, and I'm going to keep that kind of a surprise until Monday. So if you guys want to come and check that out, Monday at 11 o'clock, being that my schedule is of free, come and check that out. Then what we're going to do, I have it almost all set up and ready to go. Which I'll probably finish that up this week, and we'll go into that new gameplay series. I don't know how long we're going to do it. I like kind of doing it, showing you how you can make a farm profitable without cheating in a bunch of cheating. So, as it stands right now, we'll do it for 12 days on that. And then we'll see if we want to go, and we'll see how many likes and everything else, how well it's prospering for me and stuff like that on the stream. I personally really don't care about the likes. That's why you don't hear me boosting it a lot and stuff, but I guess that's what allows my content to get out there. So I'm not in this for money or anything else like that. I want this to be a straight 100% hobby, and if it turns into something, it turns into something. If it doesn't, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'm just kind of here to show you my way of doing things, the bonehead way, and hope to make some friends, and so far we're doing pretty good with it. I did get told from one guy that if you're going on YouTube to make money, then you're failing. So, I'm not here to make any money. That's why you don't see any, please buy this, do that. I have thought about maybe doing up some shirts and t-shirts and sweatshirts, with my logo on it, just so if people want something, they could. But of course, I'm not going to turn down donations, but if I do get donations, it'll go back to my community. I'm not going to keep it for myself. So, and I don't think I even have the donations turned on. So, I'm just here to farm with you guys and have a good time. Maybe one of these nights we'll have a party stream. I did that before I lost my other account on here. When I hit 25 subscribers, I think is what it was. So I had a big party stream is what I call them. I come on and we have a couple adult beverages. We sit here, talk, and we shoot the crap and all that good stuff. I try keeping all my streams PG. Because my little nephew, he comes on and watches my streams all the time, so I try keeping it pretty clean for him. But we might do that if we hit, I just need 10 more subscribers, or 11 more subscribers. Get 11 more subscribers, we'll have a big party stream. So, just keep that in mind. I think we might only have enough time to get this one field done today, but I do want to show you that you can use the same equipment on another field. So I might not even get to selling off anything. We might have to finish that up first thing tomorrow, then speed time up a lot. I don't know yet. We'll see. I like want to kind of keep my streams around 3 hours, no more than that. In case I want to do something later on today, I can. Usually Tuesdays, though, are kind of slow for me in my personal life, so. And we're not knocking this field out too bad. Like I said, I don't think the silage bales will be ready until 2 o'clock in game time. So by the time we're done with this field and I show you that you can go to another field and do that, we should be able to jump over to our farm and go sell off the silage bales and sell off our lettuce and stuff. But the way I have it set up right now is we should get, for some reason, our fields wasn't ready to mow today. We should have, our front fields should have been ready to mow. Maybe because it's the winter time, it slows down a little bit. I did find out for sure that if you do it right, you can get 4 cuts on your grass fields. But on average, you're going to get 3 cuts. So we've already done our first cut on both our fields. So we should be able to get 2 more cuts on them fields. So before the end of the stream. And like I said, I'm going to end Elm Creek stream on Friday. I don't think I'm going to delete it. We might come back and do a season 2 or second year series, but I want to kind of move on to some other things and show you guys some other stuff that I do. So we'll see how it goes. Friday will probably be the last stream here on Elm Creek, and we'll send it off with a bang. See how the turning radius is different with this tractor? You can turn sharper with it. And you'll notice that when you're using the older equipment, the turning radiuses aren't real, but in real life that's the way it is too. So therefore you're doing pretty good that way. You know, when you buy the newer stuff, your turning radiuses are a little better and everything else. So which we are out of coffee. And I don't know if we're going to make it. Got 20 minutes left on this stream. So what I am going to do now, since we're running press for time, let's run down to the other field. I just want to show you that you can do this. We might knock them out, and if we have enough time, we will come back down to this field and finish it off. If not, I'll finish it off on stream, off stream, and I'll show you the differences in the money. You'll be able to see it tomorrow morning, or tomorrow when we start streaming. So what we'll do is come down over here. I think the other fields are over here. I got 66, which is a little guy, which is right there. I see it with all them weeds in it. So we'll come in here. That'll be a couple passes. So we'll drop our chisel plow down, and as you see, we can use equipment on other that we've leased or borrowed on other fields. So I'll knock these little ones out real quick here, close them out, cash them out, cash the contracts out on it, so you can see that you can do that. These little ones don't take much at all. And you can kind of keep this going for your whole day if you want. And I'll show you. So, as long as you don't close out that first contract. So, sometimes what I do, I always finish my first contract before I go off to other fields. But if I know I'm going to be on all day long and I got a bunch of small things I want to get done, I'll do this. I'll do most of the field, and then I'll jump on these other ones that I've accepted to try getting some of these contracts finished out. Because once you advance the time for the day, you take a chance of losing the contracts that are there. So I want to kind of keep it up and going as smooth as possible, you know, if you understand what I'm saying there. Which here in a second should pop up telling us that this field contract is done. And if I have two contracts that are right next together, you can just do both of them real quick. That's why these little ones are kind of good. Yep, see right there, contract 66 is finished. So what we'll do, since 66 is finished, we'll go ahead and collect off of that. And we will accept 67. See? As long as I keep this one active and not finish it off, or go in and collect that off of it, we'll still keep getting money for it. And using our, it's going to tell us that's for contract work because I got it down. And right here is our next field that we got to do. We'll drop it down and we will get it cultivated up. So we get this field done and the other one done. That'll give us the money back that we used to borrow this. And give us a little extra. And then we can finish out the big one. And if we want to go back and we got enough time to go do some more, you can. I probably shouldn't have went and done that big plowing contract, but that was a $14,000 contract, so that brought us in some money. And that's going to cause us to run over a little bit on stream, but that's alright. We should be fine. Because I don't think I'm going to do anything else today. But I kind of wanted to show you how to do this with the contracts today. And if you manage your contracts pretty decent, you can make it where it's profitable for you. You know, like I don't have no problems in doing contracts. I'll sometimes, well, in FS19, I did a whole gameplay where that's all I did was contract work. Had a little yard about like this and kept all my equipment there. And we made a pretty good run at it. And then after 2 or 3 years of playing on that map, or on that, we started buying up our own farmland and started farming. So, and in this gameplay, if you're doing contracts, you want to kind of do a good chunk of all the contracts. You just don't want to do one side. If you just don't want to do all spraying, or you don't want to do all harvesting, because now in FS22 they don't. If you don't go back and do other things, then the farmer doesn't do anything with the field. So we got 67 done. We'll go ahead and collect that 410. Now we're going to go up to 65 and show you that we can do that. So 65 is right over here down the road just a little bit. So we'll head down the road. And if you can get in a cluster like this is by far. And you figure we just made $1,200, $1,230 off of doing 15 minutes of work in game. And it only cost us $800, $890. So just off of doing these 3 fields, I just paid for my rental fee. of this equipment that I have right here and right now. So like I said, there's ways of doing things, and there's ways not to do things. But this seems like a pretty decent way to getting you some starting cash and making your farm worth value. Turning your farm into a profitable farm. I got a little crazy there. I had a little lag spike there. What was that? So we'll see how this goes. Alarm's going off, letting me know we're getting close to my stream time. Got about 22 minutes left. Right? Yeah. I'm not going to go much past 3 or 2 o'clock. Just let everybody know. If I do, it'll be just a little real quick run over. A couple minutes. 3-hour long stream's pretty good for the day. Need to grab some water. I'll be right back. Here. Not going too far. It's right behind me. But as you see, we're almost done with this field. Got 3 fields. Made $1,200 off of them. Not too shabby. Run that sign over right there on accident. I didn't even really see it at first. Oh. Somebody's probably going to sue me. We'll go ahead and finish this one out. I might be able to get that big field done. Now, if you know you're going to be doing a bunch of cultivating contracts, this is the way to do it. You know, put them all in a line. And what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and collect off of that one. So as you see, there's other cultivating contracts here. You know, you could bank these all up in one day and not do too bad for yourself. Field 50, I think, is the one that's right behind us. Our farm, I think. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and accept 50. And we're 72 and 73 well, we're not gonna, like I said, you can use this tractor or use this equipment all the way until you claim the money off that contract. So the contract that you borrowed the equipment on, you want to make sure that it stays, you don't go in and claim. So, and like I said, normally I don't leave the field that I borrowed the equipment from to go do other fields until I'm done with it. I did it today just because we're kind of running in our time frame. I might be able to get this one done in time to go do our sell in our end of the day or end of the month stuff. So, drop that down. We'll go ahead and get this plowed up, or chisel plowed up. Hopefully it'll go a little quicker. And we'll be able to get it done. So, but like I said, you know, I keep repeating myself, I know, but this is a good way to make a little extra cash for yourself. Yeah, I don't know. This ain't gonna. I'll have to come in off camera and finish this one up. It's gonna take a little bit, at least more with time than what we have, which is fine. So what we'll do is we'll jump over to the farm here. Go to our map. Oh, house. Here, I'll visit. So we teleported over here to the farm. What I want to do is check out our silage bales, see where we're at with them. I should be able to sell them by now. And we're sitting at 217,000. The bales, they all look like they're ready to go. Oh, no. No, that's good. Yep. So let's go sell our bales off. We'll go grab big deer. And let's look to see where we can sell them at today. So, silage, come down the silage right here. $543 at the animal dealers. That's where we're going. Or we can sell them at the biogas plant for $560. Let's take them to the biogas. It's going to give us extra $17. So, let's run over there. We'll put the plow away here real quick. And like I said, we're gonna sell this stuff off. Wish I had a truck that would hook up to the wagon. I don't think our farm truck. I think we tried that and it doesn't work too well. Do we have another pallet of honey yet? Nope, not yet, do we? So, we'll get hooked up to these. We'll run them over to the biogas plant, sell them off. And then we'll come back and get the truck, and we'll go sell some lettuce and honey off that we have. And then that will be probably the end of the stream for today. And I'll go back and finish that field work up and the contract work up for the off stream. And then tomorrow when we come in, we'll be in March. Hit cruise control here. Come on, there, big deer. You know what to do. So we got 11 barrels. So we should make a pretty good chunk of change. And I don't know if we've taken any silage bales down to the biogas plant yet. This will be our first time going down there. That'll be fun. So, here we are. I can get over. Don't have no turn signals, so we can't use them. I think we have brought some down here and sold off before. So, support your local farmers. Well, I think they should have signs up saying support your local YouTubers. That'd be kind of cool. So we'll pull up in here. And we will back it up into that. Let's see. Why? We'll go ahead and unload. And the moment is at hand. How much money are we going to get off this free grass that we let process? pull up a little bit here. There they go. How much we get? We got 21 grand off of that. So, not a bad little chunk of change that we made there. So we made 21,000 off of free grass that we mowed. That we only took us about half an hour game time. So that's not a bad thing. That's $42,000 an hour of wages. And we still have yet to have to put fuel in our vehicle or repair it. So we're not doing too bad. I'd say probably by the time I get that field work done and everything else, we'll probably be at about 260,000. Which that's where I wanted to be. Yesterday was over 250,000, but we didn't quite make it. And which is fine. We'll make up for it here in the next couple months. We'll take this trailer back and we'll go sell off our lettuce and our honey. I don't think eggs are ready to be sold off yet, so and here's our beautiful looking farm. That doesn't look too bad for a starter farm. Now, and we'll go put the trailer away in the actual shed today. We ain't going to be putting any bales on it, so and we'll just leave it right here for right now. I'll put it away later. And we'll take and go grab the truck so we can haul some lettuce off. Which I'll pull that in the shed here. Woohoo! And go in the pit. I really like this barn, but I wish it had more that you could do, you know, as far as like repair and stuff like that. But you don't, and which is fine with me. Some things I wish was a little different, but you can make it that way if you want to. So what we're gonna do here, we'll load up the lettuce and go sell it off probably at the grocery store. I think's where it's got to go. And then your honey will probably get sold over at the cereal factory. So pull up here, open our trailer, which I am really loving this little trailer. I'm surprised I haven't played with it before this. So we'll load up our lettuce, which we're doing pretty good with. Oh, put that there. Well, that's not accepted there. Well, I hope it goes in that trailer. So we'll take this one and we'll push the other one all the way up, like so. Raise that up a little higher. Drop it down. So, I don't know if the wife needs lettuce at the store. We'll check that out. Might not take it over there. And we will put that in like so. Need to drop her down. Boom. And we'll pull the truck up. So it's a little easier to load these 6 bales here. Or 3 pallets. Try not cause my pallets to go everywhere or come out the back. So here we go. And the best way I found to load these pallets by hand, set them down in there, and then pick them up to get them stacked nice and neat. Which that there is crooked. You can back up a little bit, drop her down. Should be good. So, should get a couple thousand for these, which will be nice to get. Oh, he didn't want to sit right. There we go. I think I saw somewhere that they have a bigger box trailer now. And then I think I saw somewhere that 82 Studios. Oh, heck. Hey, Big E, how's it going? I didn't even see that you're in there. Thanks for stopping in today, bud. I waited for you to stream last night. I didn't see any streams, though. Seen you in at Tacticals stream. So we don't need the chainsaw chop lettuce up right now. So we'll close the trailer up and we'll see where we're going to sell these at. So, let's see, lettuce. Fast food restaurants, $31.57. Grocery store is $31.43. We'll take them over to the fast food restaurant. Why not? I know we ain't gonna get as much as the other places, but I'm kind of running pressed for time right now, so. Well, we did a bunch of contract work. I showed everybody that you can borrow equipment from one contract and do multiple contracts with that equipment to save yourself a little bit of money. So we'll unload our lettuce right here. Need to have lettuce for a hamburger. Yeah, I think he's going to stream tonight, is what I heard. Oh, wow, we got $9,000 off that lettuce. $9,400. We're almost at $250,000. You know, maybe with our honey sales, we'll get up over $250,000. That tax stream was pretty good last night. I kind of like watching him and 4B together. They do a good job. The only sad thing is I only catch tax streams about once or twice a week. I like Tactical. I like the way he does stuff. Well, I need to open the trailer. Yeah, this is going to probably be my longest stream I've ever done. Let time get away from me on that first contracted plowing field. Which we won't do that one again. We're going to drop that there. I'm pretty sure. And one of these days I'll probably invest in a forklift. Yeah, it is truly the lettuce. We call it cabbage, but same thing. You gonna be doing anything tonight? Yeah, I know tax streams every day at 10:45. Some of the other guys I like watching. Well, you know, I like watching Clutch. So some nights he streams, and then I'll catch up with. I like watching Farmer Cop stuff and DJ Go Ham stuff, and so some nights I'm watching that stuff, trying to catch up from the day since I stream in the daytime. Well, that's cool. I'll make sure I'm there to check out your stream tonight. I'll set a reminder on my phone that you're gonna be streaming around 7. If you decide to go earlier, just I'll keep an eye out for you. I probably can't tonight, but I want to do something with you the next couple days, or within this week frame. My daughter has a volleyball game tonight, and I'm not for sure what time I will get home, so I won't have time to get anything set up for tonight. But I do want to do a stream with, get on your stream with you. I really am looking forward to that. I kind of want to just come and hang out and do some farming with you. Okay, let's see where we're going to take the honey to real quick here. Holy cow. That's a good day to sell honey today. We'll take it to the cereal factory. Yeah, we'll go to the cereal factory. Gotta have my son. Uh-oh. Got a text message. Yeah, things at nighttime, like on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, are kind of rough for me, because that's when my daughter's volleyball games are. But I only have a week or two left of that, so. And then I'll have Tuesday nights and Thursday nights free again. And tonight we got to go to, it's about a 15-25 minute drive from home to watch her play volleyball. Alright, man, I'll talk to you later. I'll be on your stream. I'll come in and watch your stream tonight. If anything, I'll be on my phone. So, see you later. Don't work too hard. Sell this honey off. Maybe we'll make a little bit. Put us over at 200. There it is. We hit over 250,000 finally. So, a month late, but that ain't too bad. I'm happy with that. So we'll take the truck and trailer back to the farm, and we'll do our end of the stream wrap up. So we'll see where we're at for the day. Take in mind, we'll probably be bringing in a little bit more money because we'll have some of the contract work that I'll finish up off stream. I'll probably do that when I get home from my daughter's game tonight. So, but we'll go. We're almost back to the farm. Make sure we had enough honey for our cereal, because I like to eat cereal, so does my boys. And we'll just gonna leave the truck and trailer here for right now. So, with that being said, let's switch over to our end of the stream camera. And here we go. So, thank you guys. I like to say thank you for coming in and checking out my stream there, Big E. I'll definitely be coming and checking yours out tonight. So, if any of you guys come on here and check out the stream throughout the day, make sure you go and check out Big E Farming. He can be streaming, he said, around 7 o'clock-ish. So, go check him out. Make sure you give him a like. So, to go into our end of the stream review, we did 3 or 4 contracts today, and I'll bring that up real quick here. If you look, money. So right now, as it stands, without cashing in the last bit of contracts that I got to finish up that we accepted to do, we have made a profit of $48,000 today. Not a bad day. You can't shake a stick at that. That's a pretty decent day. Anything between $45,000 and $50,000 a day is really, really, really good. Because if you figure you do the math and figure it up, it'll let you know how much you're going to be getting into. So, but with our contract work, which is contract income, so far we've made 15 grand off contract work. We harvested $2,875, which would be probably your lettuce and honey. No, that's our sold product. We sold 9,000 in sold products. Harvest income was $2,875. I don't know what that's from, but we'll take it. We sold $21,000 worth of bale. A little small of a day, but it's not that bad. Still a little more money coming in and help us out to get up to that range. The only cost that we've had today is $3 for production costs, which that's what our greenhouses are charging us, is $3. And we had miscellaneous of $9. Oh, that's where we borrowed the tractor and field cultivator to do some field work with. So at the end of the day, like I said, we're at $48,850. We still have a couple contracts that I'll have to turn in later, and that should put us up at a decent amount. I think our contract work left to do is right around $10,000. So with that being said, that should put us at about $59,000 for the day, and bring our grand total up to $261,000, maybe $262,000. So, with being into 7 months into the first year of our farm, we are sitting in a positive of $260,000. That's not very bad. We're doing pretty good. We're right on pace to hitting that $500,000 mark. We'll see how it goes throughout the rest of the week. We'll start getting tomorrow is going to start our planting season and our spring season. So we'll have a little bit more work to do around the farm, so our contract work probably won't be as thick and as heavy as it been for the last couple months. But starting tomorrow, we will start getting into our planting our one field, and we should have our front grass field should be ready to be harvested tomorrow. So with all that being said, I would like to thank everybody for coming in today and watching the stream. Special thanks to Big E for coming in and giving me a quick shout. Definitely will be there to check your stream out tonight. If you guys haven't gone and checked Big E out, go check him out. He'll be streaming around 7 o'clock tonight. So it's Big E Farming on YouTube. You can click the link in my description. I like to say, if you come in and check out my video, please hit that like button. If you like to subscribe, go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure that you hit that little bell so you'll know when I post new posts and streams. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This is Bonehead. Talk to you later.